Welcome in, everybody, to WCW Nitro. Kicking things off here tonight, we're going to see Rey Mysterio, Despicable Rey, representing the LWO. Now, Rey may not have won the Royal Rumble last year. He did find his way to the main event of WrestleMania by punching his ticket at the Elimination Chamber. But this year, you know, Rey would like to do it the old-fashioned way and win the Rumble and get back to the main event of WrestleMania. Try to get back, I would guess, his WCW World Heavyweight title, but maybe he decides to go the other way and look at the WWE World title. His opponent, Shinsuke Nakamura. These two were teammates back at Survivor Series in a team representing WCW. But like we talked about last week in the Sheamus and Randy Orton match, friendships go out the window when it comes to the Royal Rumble. And ultimately, what's on the line? A chance to main event, to headline WrestleMania, and a shot at the world title of your choice. And somebody like Nakamura, who's had a lot of success in the open mic universe, he's held singles titles, he's held tag team titles. But the one thing that has eluded him to this point is a world championship. And he's somebody that's been on both sides. He's been in the WWE, he's been in WCW. And so you're looking at two guys here who definitely veterans. And two guys looking to take the Royal Rumble as a chance to take the next step, or in Rey's case, a step back to familiar territory, as he is a former multiple-time WCW World Champ. Nakamura getting out here. Knee to the midsection of Despicable Rey. We did see, you can see on the outside, Dom and Raquel in the corner of Rey. The LWO out here representing. We kick off Nitro this week. The go-home week to Royal Rumble. Now Dom removing that top turnbuckle. Maybe try to give his dad a little bit of a boost, a little bit of an advantage. Nakamura sent to the second rope. 619. Rey hooks the leg, but the referee preoccupied with that turnbuckle pad, and that could have been a 3 count. That's where maybe Dom thought he was doing something to help his dad, and it ended up kind of backfiring. Rey, his back gives out. And now Shinsuke looking to pounce. Only gets a 2. Now Nakamura dragging Rey away from the ropes. Smart move, veteran move from Shinsuke. Nakamura, Kinshasa. Goes for the cover and hooks the leg. And Shinsuke Nakamura with the win as he defeats Despicable Rey Mysterio here in our opening match. Next, we've got the final number 1 contender qualifying match with a shot at the WCW Cruiserweight Championship at the Royal Rumble. And in this one, we've got 2 debuts. Charlie Dempsey and Javon Evans making their Open Mic Universe debut, making their WCW debut. And one of these two newcomers will move on to Thunder, where they will join Ilja Dragunov and Wes Lee in a triple threat match. And the winner of that one will go on to the Royal Rumble and take on Santos Escobar. Huge opportunity for these two young guys, and we know a little bit. They've put in a lot of work at the power plant, and now here on Nitro, they have an opportunity to not only showcase their talents, but ultimately have an opportunity to make a name for themselves very quickly. Not only will one of these guys get an opportunity in that triple threat match, but maybe one of them will win that triple threat match and essentially get a title shot in what would be their third ever match in the open mic universe. Dempsey getting Evans up, slams him down with a powerbomb. And now Charlie Dempsey climbing to that top rope. Splash. Not going for a cover. Kind of a curious move. If you are not familiar with Charlie Dempsey, his dad is a WCW legend. His dad, William Regal, or during the WCW years, Lord Steven Regal. Now Dempsey kind of mocking Evans up, and Evans with a block hits a cutter. Quickly goes for a cover. Dempsey able to get that left shoulder up just in time. And now Evans, double springboard splash, hooks Dempsey's leg. And that will do it. Javon Evans joins Ilja Dragunov and Wes Lee later this week on Thunder, and the winner of that triple threat moves on to the Royal Rumble and a shot at the Cruiserweight title. Next, we're going to see Alexa Bliss. She will be taking on the Queen, Charlotte Flair. Both of these ladies looking for a little bit of getting in a little work here before the Royal Rumble. Charlotte, a former three-time WCW Women's Champion. Alexa, still looking for her first championship in the open mic universe. Obviously, when it comes to the Rumble, you're going to, whether it's the men's or the women's side, you got to think you're going to be contending with competitors from WWE and WCW, but there's also the potential for the return of a legend or somebody making a debut or a return. If you look at maybe an alternate universe, some big debuts in Royal Rumble history, obviously one of the biggest, AJ Styles. You think back to the Royal Rumble in 2002, Maven goes from winning Tough Enough, a reality show, to making his debut in the Rumble, eliminates The Undertaker. You look at maybe some returns that have happened in the Royal Rumble. Naomi, a couple years ago, made her return at the Rumble. And here's one, a legend / return, Edge, who had been out of action for nearly a decade, makes his return at the Royal Rumble and really ends up kind of getting an unexpected second act to his career. So you never know what to expect at the Rumble. Who's in, who you might not even expect will be there and be participating in the 30-man and 30-woman Royal Rumble. Spear there from Charlotte. Goes for the cover. And Charlotte Flair with the victory as she defeats Alexa Bliss. Show's not over yet, folks. We're about to hear from the Scottish psychopath, Drew McIntyre. He requested this time. If you missed Thunder last week, we heard from Cody Rhodes, gave an impassioned speech, coming off losing the WCW World Title at STARRCADE. He declared himself for the Royal Rumble and issued an open challenge. That challenge was answered by this man. He says, right now there are 29 guys walking around full of hope and optimism. But he's here to remind everyone there's nothing to be hopeful or optimistic about. And if you don't believe him, just go back and watch what he did to Cody last week. He says Drew McIntyre will win the Royal Rumble and return to his rightful place as World Champion. The Scottish psychopath firing a shot across the entire open mic universe. He's headed to the Rumble, and he has every intention on winning it.